Hello, hello! Welcome back to Musings of Mavri. I am your host, Mavri, and today we are continuing our watch of Shield Hero, Episode 7. So, some quick information before we start. It has been announced by the producers that there's going to be an official live stream on February the 28th, where they will give a quick recap of the season so far, and also some announcements regarding the second Cour of the season. So this season's anime of Shield Hero is slated for 25 episodes, which means it will carry over to the 2019 spring season of anime. And the presenters are going to be the voice actors of Raphtalia and Filo. So I will leave a link down in the description below so you guys can set a reminder if you wish to. Now, if you can't understand Japanese, it's probably a moot point, but a lot of times it's fun to watch the seiyus, the voice actors, interact and, joke around themselves. So if that interests you, you guys can go check it out. Alright, back to the episode. So last episode was kind of a transitional episode, I guess. Not really much in the not much leeway in terms of the main plot. I mean, not leeway, headway. But well, we did find out more about Filo. She managed to get clothes now, so I guess that's a positive. But yeah, not much really happened except for some building stuff, like what Shield Hero is actually doing to make a living. But apparently this episode is going to be involving some plants, ? And apparently it's going to be a pretty hype episode, so I guess we shall see. Let's just go and find out together. So I skipped the opening, and let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Savior of the Heavenly Foe. Oh, the trader is still here? Alright. To get rid of plants? Alright. You're jumping straight into the main focus of this episode. So what, they got a weed problem? Or vines. It's the same thing. So probably magically grown vines. Just like that? Oh, alright. So apparently, from what I heard from commenters, lots of people don't know that the Savior is actually the Shield Hero. Oh, wow. That was easier than I anticipated. Mm.
飢饉に瀕していたこの村に槍の勇者様が来訪されました。話を聞いた勇者様は近くの遺跡に封印されていた植物の種子を持ってきてくださいました。
Is that the seed from the from last episode? Yeah, that one. From Petra.
対策を調べているうちに村に伝わる伝承に行き当たりました。かつてこの辺りを根城にしていた錬金術師がある種を作り、しかしなぜか封印されたと。しかも一時期この辺りはその植物によって支配されていたとも。ちょっと待て。そんな伝承があったのに誰もその種とやらを疑わなかったのか。
Well, it's the shield hero. I mean, it's the spear hero. I don't think they're in a position to complain, you know.
治療費と魔物の討伐費は前金で全額をお支払いします。どうかこの村をお救いください。元康のバカの尻拭いは腹立たしいが、もらった分の仕事はする。その盾はもしや。行くぞフィーロ。
Yeah, so actually a lot of people don't know that Savior is the shield hero. Hmm. Ew. It can't be that easy, right? Nope. Oh, nature? Okay. Oh. Oh? Oh, they're near level 40 now. Alright, so his harem's on fire now. What?
しているんですか？
植物改造というスキルを手に入れたから実験してみた。
今倒したばかりなんですから危ないことしないでください。
I agree with Raphtalia.
ありがとうございます、聖人様。いや、盾の勇者様。
魔物は倒したが、枯れた鶴の掃除は自分たちでやれ。
ほう。
疲れたから寝る。
はい。どうぞ。ありがとうございます。
盾の勇者様はなんともつかみどころのないお方ですな。
はい。寡黙でかっこいいですよね。
Alright, what now? Increase quality? Alright.
ナオフミ様？
まだ寝てていいぞ。
いえ、大丈夫です。それは昨日の？
見ていろ。
ですからナオフミ様、そういう危険なことは。
So she actually sleeps in human form? Alright.
繁殖力、変異性を抑えて生産力、成長力を上げた。魔物化せずに食べられる実をたくさんつけるはずだ。
おお、
この村も飢饉に困ることはないだろう。
ありがとうございます、勇者様。村の危機を救ってくださるだけでなく、こんな恵みまでくださるとは。
誰がやると言った？取引だ。この種を売ってやろう。もちろん相応の金額でな。
ナオフミ様、がめついです。
しかし治療費と魔物の討伐費で村にはもう金が。
金代わりになるものでもいいぞ。
そんな、村にはもう何も。
So what did he get?
こんなにたくさんあるんじゃ食べきる前に腐ってしまいそう。
Alright. So they picked the fruit from the seeds to give back to. I guess he bought labor.
商談成立だな。
魅力的な商品をちらつかせて取引を有利に進めるとは本当に
Natural trader.
そうそう、もしお急ぎでないのなら一つ仕事を頼めませんか？ここから少し行ったところに温泉街があるのですが、そこの宿に荷を運んでいただきたいのです。
はい、確かに約束の品受け取りました。それでは。
こっちの世界にも温泉街が。
Okay, so I'm thinking this is gonna be like a fan service episode, right? Yep. It's tradition.
ナオフミ様やフィーロが入りたいというのなら。
よし、今日はここに泊まるぞ。
ありがとうございます、じい様。温泉宿に泊まれるのは嬉しいけど、フィーロったらナオフミ様にくっつきすぎ。本当は私だって。当温泉の由来と効能。なんで温泉に銀色のイノシシ？まあ、いっか。効能は恋愛成就？この温泉に一緒に入った男女は永遠に結ばれる。じゃあ、ナオフミ様と一緒に入ったのなら。
Where is Filo, by the way?
ダメです、ナオフミ様。キスなんてしたらここでできちゃいます。
Alright.
天風呂か。
ナオフミ様。
いいろ、風呂で。
Just head over, Raphtalia.
フィーロったら結局ずっとナオフミ様と。それよりもナオフミ様と一緒にこれを。これ気持ちいいご主人様。
フィーロは髪が多くて解くのも一苦労だな。
そうなの？
ラフタリアは髪が短かったからな。
私もやってもらってたのに。私も。ご主人様、喉乾いた。
動くな。もうブラッシングしないぞ。
いやー、これ気持ちいいからもっと。あと、羽の繕いも。
羽は自分でやれ。どうしたラフタリア。
なんでもありません。お姉ちゃん、フィーロも。このまま何もしなかったら、ナオフミ様をフィーロに。この状況を一発でひっくり返すためには。意中の人に振り向いてもらうには贈り物が一番だってお母さんが言ってた。お母さんもお父さんにプレゼントをもらって恋に。ラチウムを手に入れれば。ねえ、ラチウムって知ってる？
ああ、この辺りで取れる珍しい鉱石でしょ。
恋愛成就のおまじないグッズとして買うていくらしいよ。
本当に？
ガゴッコという鳥が集めるから、巣を見つけられれば手に入れられる。そしてラチウムをナオフミ様にプレゼントして。
This isn't gonna go well, is it?
いけません、主人様。だからキスをしたら。主人様がどうしたの？
え？
その声は。どうしてこんな山の中へ。まさかフィーロもラチウムを狙って。お姉ちゃんも卵が目当てなんでしょ。は？フィーロ、宿のおじちゃんに聞いたの。ガゴッコって鳥さんの卵が美味しくて珍しいんだって。なんだ、ただの食い意地か。まだまだフィーロもお子ちゃま。美味しくて珍しい食べ物をご主人様に持っていけば、きっとなでなでしてフィーロと
Become my mate?
つがいということは結構フィーロったらそんな大胆なことまで。だからお姉ちゃんにはあげないよ。ちょっと。いつから競争になったの？お姉ちゃん遅い。フィーロ危ない。
Isn't she like a bird though? Never mind. And that's the ga thingy, right? Now this is that Gagoko. What? Well, I guess you guys can have some bacon instead.
お姉ちゃん、 他にガゴッコの巣は見つからなかった。このお土産で直文様喜んでくれるかな。
おい、あんたら。そいつはひょっとしてシルバーレイザーバックか。
はい。
あれだよ、あれ。
ああ。
そいつを譲ってくれ。シルバーレイザーバックは町の祭りの。
Okay, so you're supposed to dunk that thing in the hot spring?
頼む。金なら弾むから。
お金？お姉ちゃん。
これを俺に？
フィーロと二人で選びました。
Oh?
金属細工の道具が欲しいのではと。
ああ、だが、ずいぶん値の張るものじゃないか。
普段から私たちを助けてくれる
Aww.
直文様への感謝のプレゼントです。ご主人様へのプレゼント。
ありがとう。大切に使わせてもらう。それと、二人とも温泉に入ってこい。
今はまだ子供扱いされちゃうけど、いつか絶対に女の子らしいって認めさせますから。ね、ヒーロー。
Alright. Nice little wholesome episode. Ah, this song is so good though. I'm gonna listen to this ending and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so apparently there's a little bit more after the ending song, so let's watch this together. An epidemic. Hey, Kiseru.
直文様、次はどこに向かいましょう。
East? Alright. Okay. Generally, there's money to be made during epidemics. Alrighty, so that was episode 7 of Shield Hero. A bit of a quiet episode, not really much to talk about, to be honest. Although it does seem like the next few were pretty much set in stone for the next few episodes. If you guys recall last episode when Naofumi gained the trust of the traders and gained some information on the other heroes, they did mention like what each of the heroes were doing, and it seems that the Shield Hero now is going to be following them and I guess sort of cleaning up their mess as the more mature older brother. So he went south to fix Moriyasu's problem, who, by the way, I find it hilarious that he can also find a way to be annoying even when he's not in the episode, right? So there's Moriyasu, and then he's going to go east, as he mentioned in the last part of the episode, so that's where Ren is, where he's fighting monsters, and I assume that eventually he's going to meet up with Itsuki as well. So that's that. Now, the first part of the episode with the plants, not really much to comment there, although the translators didn't translate all the text when Naofumi learned the new shield. So, first of all, they didn't mention that there's also a special ability attached to that shield, which is Hook. So I'm assuming that's probably going to use some vines so that Naofumi can hook fiends. Not sure if that's relevant or not, but just some information for you guys, I guess. And also, when he was modifying the seed, there was actually lots of different modifications he could do. He chose the one to increase quality, and that basically lowered the reproduction, vitality, and mutation values of the plant, and increased the yield and growth. So I guess you could say that if Naofumi really wanted to, he can probably solve world hunger, right? Nobody would have to starve again if he just makes a lot of these super plants, if you will. But I guess that wouldn't be as interesting, and he's not as altruistic as that anyways, especially considering his circumstances. So, that part was that part, I guess. Although, it did seem like the actual episode, at least the first half, regarding the plants, seemed to go by a little bit quickly. So, I'm wondering if they actually adapted just a little bit out of the entire original light novel. So do let me know how much they skipped. And the next part, yay, hot springs fan service. I guess it's to be expected at this point from any kind of anime work, especially isekai works. Although actually not that much fan service was there. Like she was Raphtalia, we saw her in the hot spring for all of what? I guess that was 30 seconds, 20 seconds, or something like that. So not that much. Not much to comment on there. Although I guess if I actually been to my first open air hot spring just a few weeks before when I was in Japan, and I gotta say, open air hot springs are way different from enclosed hot springs, and I do recommend you guys to check it out if you do have the chance, either someplace else or when you go to Japan. There's something to be said about being under the night sky and having snow or the wind blowing on you, and then you're also in the hot spring. I definitely recommend. 10 out of 10. So, sorry for that tangent. We also got some harem antics, which I called from episode 4. No, wait, episode 5, I believe, ever since Filo came. Although it seems like they made up rather quickly, so I guess they're on good terms now. Again, let me know if they sort of like condensed the entire feud between those two. But I guess it's okay. I like it when harems are nice and quiet and everybody can get along, right? That is the harem of our dreams. And I guess it was kind of cute that they worked together to give the present to Naofumi. Yeah, just cute, wholesome. Not really much more to comment there. Anyways, what's more interesting is at the very end of the episode when they said they were going east to the epidemic and to where supposedly Ren is. So first of all, that does make sense from Naofumi's point of view. Epidemics, he's also a healer, so that means it's going to be a very profitable endeavor for him. But also, from the scenes that we saw at the very end, just throwing it out there because, you know, going on just basically 2 scenes from the very end, I'm assuming that the cause of the epidemic is because Ren slayed a monster that happened to have a special skill where the monster could activate upon death and maybe sort of like a diseased corpse or something. Again, no basis for that, just a thought. And that might be the reason why this epidemic is spreading. So Naofumi is going to have to come in and clean things up. So, also, a lot more interesting to me personally is that they do mention they are going to be using the curses, or at least explaining the curses, within the next episode. So this was something that Naofumi learned or unlocked in episode 4, but we've never heard of since. So, I guess this is going to allow us to see what exactly those are. Again, going out on a limb, probably there are some prices, some sacrifices that needs to be made to use these curse spells or skills. But I'm assuming that at this cost also comes great power, especially if the opening is taken into consideration. So, yeah, that was that. Not much else to talk about. Let me know if I missed anything, and also maybe comment on if they really skipped a lot of things. If there are things that the anime skipped, then yeah, write it down below so I can know, and so everybody else can know as well. Beyond that, I guess I can just look forward to the next episode. So, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.